You wanted to completely unplug from modern life, so you rented a tiny, off-the-grid cabin deep in the jungles of Madagascar. Your first morning, you wake up to the sound of something heavily rummaging through your kitchen cabinets. You slowly creep out of bed, grabbing a broom for defense, expecting a burglar. Instead, you lock eyes with a ring-tailed lemur. The lemur is sitting on your counter, casually eating your only bag of imported coffee beans like they're peanuts. The lemur shrieks, backflips off the fridge, and launches itself perfectly out the open window. Now caffeineless and angry, you decide to head to the local village market to buy actual food. To get there, you have to take a Taxi-Brousse, a deeply rusted minibus that is somehow legally allowed to hold 30 people. The minibus dodges massive potholes, bouncing so heavily that your head repeatedly dents the metal roof. You finally arrive at the market. It is an absolute explosion of vibrant colors, intense smells, and people shouting in Malagasy. You try to buy some bananas, but since you don't speak the language, you end up playing a frantic game of charades with the vendor. You vividly mimic peeling a banana. The vendor nods enthusiastically, takes your money, and hands you a massive, live crab. You just accept your fate. You are now the proud owner of a highly aggressive crustacean in a plastic bag. Walking home, the sun begins to set. You find yourself strolling down the legendary avenue of the Baobabs. The massive, alien-looking trees tower over you like ancient giants as the sky turns a breathtaking shade of purple and orange. You pull out your phone to take a picture, completely forgetting you haven't charged it in 2 days. The screen dies instantly. Distracted by the dead phone, you take a wrong turn down a dirt path and quickly realize you are completely lost in the brush. It gets dark fast. The jungle comes alive with weird clicks, hisses, and the glowing eyes of nocturnal creatures. Suddenly, there is a loud rustling in the bushes right next to you. You freeze, holding your plastic bag with the crab like a weapon. A tiny old Malagasy man steps out holding a lantern. He points at your panic-stricken face and just starts laughing hysterically. Without a word, he gestures for you to follow. He leads you through a hidden, winding trail right back to the edge of your cabin. You try to hand him money to say thank you, but he shakes his head, taps his chest respectfully, and disappears back into the trees. You unlock your front door, exhausted, sweaty, and completely humbled by how wild this island truly is. You flick the light switch. Nothing happens. The village power grid has gone down again. You light a single candle, place your angry crab on the floor, and sink down into your rickety wooden chair. You hear a familiar squeak. You look up, and the lemur is back in the window holding a single unpeeled banana. You smile. It's going to be a wild year.